stream. So today, no, day in your in your place. So this is 7:30 p.m. at my time. So welcome to my show. How is it, guys? My God, I just my hair is still wet because I just finished take a shower. Hello, welcome to my live streaming Little Bit Tate channel. So I'm big. Okay. Hi, brother Dog Nelly. Thank you for coming, brother. So our subject for tonight, Day in Your Time, is why Filipina beauty and personality are very in demand for Western men. So I really want to know also for those Western men, especially for those have a girlfriend or married to a Filipina. So this is very this is real talk. And why why they choose Filipina to be their girlfriend or their wife instead of Western women. So we're gonna discuss the difference between Asian women and Western women. Okay. So here in the Philippines is the 31st of October. So and tomorrow is our our All Souls, no, All Saints Day. Okay, November 1st is All Saints Day, and November 2nd is All Souls Day. So that's in Spanish that's Todos los Santos. But usually Filipino we celebrate that November 1st is as All Souls Day, but actually that's that's All Saints Day. So it reminds me, when I was in my hometown. Hi, Miss Manny. Oh yeah. Oh, this is made from. I got this from Cultura. So this is they called it puncho. Hi, Poots and Boots. Thank you for coming, Poots. So this is puncho, Miss Manny. Okay. So tomorrow we gonna, here in the Philippines, we're gonna celebrate our All Souls Day or All Saints Day. So it reminds me when I was, in when I was in the province. Okay. A lot of people there cook food, okay? Cook food made of sticky rice, okay? So either, either with meat or they're gonna make that like dessert. So that's that's traditional, and especially especially in my hometown we always cook food made of sticky rice. So that's our contribution for our for our loved ones passed away. So instead of cook or prepare food that regular people prepared. So we make it a little special because not all the time we used to eat sticky rice. So we just cook that for for all Souls Day. So in my dialect we call that tigkalalag. Kalag, in my dialect, kalag means soul. So that's in Tagalog. So we call that araw ng mga patay, okay, or undas. Araw ng mga patay or undas, that's, that's the Tagalog term that we use. But usually, sometimes, especially, especially in my hometown, we call that Tigkalalag or Todos los Santos. So that's for tomorrow. And traditional Filipino, we go to the, to the cemetery, spend time with our, families that passed away, clean the, clean the grave, or, repaint the, we call that, what do you call that, the nicho. So my father is buried in my hometown. So we have a huge land. So we have our own cemetery. So my grandmother and my grandfather in my father's side, they buried in our own land. And also, the big brothers of my, my father, my cousins, and my grand nephew. But my mother, she died here in Manila. So we buried her in, Aglipayan Cemetery. That's a private cemetery. So my mother buried here in Manila, and then my father buried in my town. So guys, feel free, share your opinion, share your comment to everyone, or, feel free to ask question, or I will also, ask question from you guys. So for those, Western men that has a girlfriend or wife, or also, and also for, Filipina that married to Western men, you can share with us, guys. So what is your, Miss Mani, I have a question for you. Do you do that, the way that we do, especially during, during the All Souls Day? So you're gonna cook food made of sticky rice, and, visit the cemetery with your, with your close family that passed away, and then, lighten the candle. But me, I just stay home. I just stay home because it's quite far, But sometimes, sometimes I visit my mother's grave. Last year, no, I did not. I did not visit. So why, why this is, I noticed that, there's a lot of, Western men married to a even, guys, even, a famous singers or a famous actors in Hollywood, they marry to a Filipina, and then sometimes, some they divorce, and some they don't. You know what, guys? I can't really see, your comment. It's very small. My goodness. I think YouTube changed their settings. Because I can't really read, the letters was so small. And I don't want to wear eyeglass because, you can see, the ring light on my. Okay. Hey, what's happening, brothers and sisters? Okay, Canadian bread in Filipina, honey. Hello, thank you for coming, my God. You know. don't know what's wrong. They small. The letter before it's not small, but now it's small. I don't know. I can't really but it's okay, Frank. Okay, no, no, Frank. I don't want to wear. I don't want to wear my eyeglass. I can still able. But I have to close. Okay. I don't want to wear. I don't want to wear eyeglass. No thanks, my love. So let's talk. Let's go back to our discussion. So like I don't know Puts in Boots. If you're familiar with the the stand-up comedian Dave Chappelle. So he's married to a Filipina, and then been married for so many years. And remember Miss Money that maybe use the gadget to read chats, ate. Okay. Remember that I mentioned about Brian McKnight, the singer, and he's married to a Filipina. And it makes me laugh because I can tell that I watched some of Brian McKnight interview, how he comment about his mother-in-law. Oh my God, he's so happy because he mentioned that his grand his Filipina mother-in-law always cook Filipino food for him. The chicken adobo, the lumpia, and then the pancit. And he loves, he loves that food. Oh, yeah, Dave Chappelle. I love Dave Chappelle. He's married to uh, Filipina. I had I had no idea he's married to a Filipina. Yeah, he's married to a Filipina, a Puts and Boots. Yeah. And also, who else married to a Filipina? But they divorced. The singer. The Latino singer Julio Iglesias. The father of Enrique Iglesias. Iglesias. His mother is Filipina, but Julio Iglesias and the mother of Enrique Iglesias, they're divorced. But Enrique Iglesias, his mother is Filipina. So it's just like I because let's talk because there's I mentioned that beauty, personality. So let's gonna go for beauty, because this is before I realized that Filipina for me because here's the mentality of Filipino here in the Philippines, that they appreciate lighter skin than the morena, the dusky, the dust. They call that the dusky skin, the morena. Okay, so they not really, as you can notice, guys, a lot of TV commercial, particularly when it comes to lotion or body soap, they always hire mestiza or lighter skin model, but you can't really show the Filipina, the dark skin Filipina model, for that type of commercial. Oh yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of Hollywood celebrities that, actually puts in boots. Jean Claude Van Damme. Before, the reason why I saw in person Jean Claude Van Damme, because my sister, she's married to a policeman. So on that area, so they live on the camp that's in Camp Bagong Diwa. That's the first time I saw Jean Claude Van Damme, because that time his girlfriend was Jessica Rodriguez, a Filipina actress, but she's no longer active on the on the show business. But he has a Filipina girlfriend that time. But the relationship, it lasts years, but it never lasts to 5 years. It's just like maybe a couple of years or more than that. That's the reason why I saw Jean Claude Van Damme in person, okay, because they went to Camp Bagong Diwa, because in if you want a lot of Filipino actors that time, way back 1995. So that's the biggest firing range in Camp Bagong Diwa. So for those Filipino actors, once they have they have shooting, um, or shooting a movie, action movie, I mean. So they have to go to the firing range, to practice shooting. So I saw him there. So that's my first time that I saw him in person, Jean Claude Van Damme. And the reason why I mentioned about the beauty is that because we Filipino, we're not really our our natural beauty, natural skin. We don't really appreciate that, because why I say that, because it happens to me. So my skin, I'm not really white. I'm in between of between light and dark. So I'm not light skin, I'm not dark skin, so I'm in between. But Frank told me that for Black American, they call that my skin is I'm high yellow, high yellow. So when I was a kid, and when I was teenager, I feel, because we're all nine girls, so I'm the seventh child, and I was dark. My mother, she has a lighter skin. She has a lighter skin, because I think my mother, she has about 60 or 70% Spanish blood. Because you can tell my mother's eyes is not black, is not brown, hazel brown. And I also have cousin that the eyes is hazel brown. And then a lot of neighbors ask, or talking to him English, because they think that my cousin is a American or a Western kid. So, and then then my auntie told them, no, it's Bisaya, because of the brown hair, the hazel brown eyes, and then the light skin. So that's in my family side. So I'm just, hello, Chauncey Adams. Thank you for coming. So it's just like I'm the dark skin. That's why they call, sometimes, my father, if he's upset on me, instead of my name, he called me negra. So negra means, you have a dark skin. That's for, for Black American. If you're, for us, because we call that negra, means that belongs to, negro means, black. So that's, we get that from Spanish, that, that's for, belongs to, if you say negro, that's for male, dark skin. For negra, that's for, they refer to Filipina dark skin, so they call it negra. So my father always keep call me negra. If you know, as a kid, if he's upset on me, or if I do something, instead of my name Lily, he called me negra. So I feel that I feel shy about that, because I'm not, I'm not, I'm, for me, I'm the ugly duckling. So I have, my I have a low self-esteem about that, because I feel that, every time I go with, they're gonna bully me. They call me negra, negra. So it really affect me. But the only thing that I realized when I was, in the right age, to realize what's wrong and what's right. So I asked my mother, if, if I grown, is my skin color will be lighter, as same with my siblings. And then, my mother just keep laughing, because, I have, I have a dark skin. So that skin color, I got that from my father, because, my father, I think same color with, with Frank. Frank is not really dark. It's just like he looks like, Filipino skin color, because he told me that, his mother is mixed, white and, dark blood. So that's the result, is just like, like my skin color. So that's the thing that, I don't really appreciate, my beauty, my skin color, until, until I met Frank. That, Frank told me that, sweetheart, you don't have to undergo, you don't have to be insecure of other, other Western color. Love your skin color, because, if you go in the States, oh my God, they're gonna love your skin color. And also, if you go to Europe, they love our, Filipina skin color. They don't want, because, they're not, they're not white. They're pink. They're pink. So, it's just like, oh my God, Frank told me that, oh, sweetheart, you're pretty. Oh my God. And then I told him, are you serious? Are you serious? You like my skin color? You like my, you like my Filipino nose? So it's just like, it's just like, for me, in short, guys, I don't really appreciate, my natural look. Okay, I don't appreciate my beauty, because we Filipino, we're really colonized when it comes to skin color. So if you're lighter skin, you're in the society. That's the main thing. So it reminds me of my, also my father. If, if my sister, okay, she's pregnant, and then when she giving birth, the only two questions that he asked, if it's male or female, the baby, or if the baby is dark or lighter skin. Oh my God, they're very curious about the skin color. So yeah, it's just like, okay. So at the end of the day, I realized that, and some of my, I feel that I was bullied. When I was a kid, they always call me negra. You're ugly. So I'm just very curious. I'm just very curious, and I asked my mother if I gonna use this kind of so do I my skin color become lighter. So it's just like you have so many curiosity that goes on your brain because of that mentality of Filipino, that they don't really appreciate. They don't really appreciate, the natural beauty, the natural skin color. There's a lot of Filipino guys, I'm not saying all, especially when it comes to actors and actors, even men. They do white, they go undergo whitening skin, because for them, lighter skin, and Filipino appreciate their beauty if they have lighter skin. I'm not saying all, but majority of Filipino, they're more into the, the fairer skin or lighter skin. And they have, you notice, guys, that there's a lot of peel, whitening cream here in the Philippines. If you go in the supermarket, especially on the beauty section, oh my God, you can see different, different brand. So I just, I'm also thinking that, I'm just, oh, if I have work, I gotta buy, whitening cream. But, it's just like, because for me, my beauty is not really, it's not really in other Filipina beauty because I have a dark skin. So, everything changed. Everything, my point of view when it comes to skin color, beauty, changed when I met Frank. Because, he's the one that, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh when he told me first time, this is the time that, we are, LDR. So first time that I heard from him, and first time we saw, video call, and then he told me that, oh, you look so pretty, you look so beautiful, and then I told him, are you sure? I think you need your eyeglasses. So, because I don't really, I don't believe that because, in my mind, I use of that words that, I'm not pretty, they appreciate only the lighter skin and, they have, um, what do you call that? If you're not, if you're dark skin, they're not. So they really, they really appreciate, the beauty that, like, Western color instead of, the natural color of Filipina. So, but now I'm no longer that, I'm no longer that. And you know what, guys, when I saw, before when I was, in my 20s, I don't really like to go outside if it's, if it's sunny, okay? So I have to wear, here, the climate here is very, humid, okay? It's hot. So if it's sunny, I have to wear something that, it's cover my skin. And I have to wear, also, I have to bring, umbrella because I don't want to expose too much on the sun. The only thing, see my face. See? I have, I told Frank, I have some freckles. Freckles? Is that freckles? There's a spot on my face. So my face, I don't have acne. But you can see that, I have freckles on my face because I don't want, I'm exposed, exposed. Uh, when I was, when I was a kid, when I was a teenage, I don't really mind. So that's, that's the only thing that, I have, a freckles. But I don't have acne on my face. I've got to learn CPR just in case. What do you mean, Puts? Copyright thing? People must learn to love themselves. Once they do that, they can really love some else. Some love some else. Yeah, it's just like, it's someone else. But, you type it some else. So that's, that's guys, I changed everything, Frank explained to me, he's the one, he's my confidant, I have confidence in myself that, oh yeah, I'm pretty okay. So I just, so okay. So when it comes to things like that, okay, I changed my mindset about that, when it comes to skin color. And then I told him that, I have a, this is Filipino nose. I told him I have a big nose, okay? I have full lips. Okay, that's Filipino. That's Filipino look. But I don't want to go undergo, a lot of, a lot of hi shuffles, a lot of Filipino, they just go in surgery, to change their, to change their nose to become, you know, like white western nose. My God. Oh, 53 shades darker in the Philippines. Thank you for coming. Okay. Hello, everyone. Been listening, and I must say something. Everything that is black has used been given, but little with think about it. Dark, might evil, negative on a battery. What do you mean? That's too low. But it's just like, this is, once you realize that, once you um well, Filipino people are very, we colonized with the Spanish. Okay, so still the mindset of Filipino that, the more, lighter skin, the more they think that the more prettier. Okay. So now I changed, change my mindset that even, my grand niece, they're very at the very young age, they're very insecure about their skin color, about their, their, their look, especially their nose. And then I told them, no, don't, enjoy, be proud of your, be proud of your look, because if you're gonna go in other countries, particularly Europe, you really look beautiful than others women there because of your exotic beauty. So I just, but you know, you cannot, you cannot really please other people if that's what they think. I try to convince other people that, no, don't. It's just like, the hair, okay? So we Filipino, we have dark hair, but you can see a lot, a lot of Filipina, they trying to be, like Western women, they have a blonde hair. So maybe at the end of the day, if I have, because I already have gray hair. So I want my, natural color of my hair. So maybe I just go, same color, black or dark brown. So we're very, we're very, we're very insecure when it comes to our look, particularly nose, skin color. My goodness. Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot. For those wants to, for those want to sponsor my show, so you're very welcome to sponsor my show for tonight. Okay. Money, nobody should go surgery for Michael Jackson nose. Yeah. Well, it's just like, I was reading about, why, Michael Jackson. So he just, some of the interview because, he has, he has a difficult of breathing, but that's too much. It's just like very, but this is the thing that, when I tell Frank, when Michael Jackson did not have any surgery on his face, he is so cute. I love his look. He's cute, and he has a very, very, what do you call that? When Michael Jackson is smiled, oh my God, I can tell that, he's very attractive. I love Michael when he was, young and never undergo surgery on his face. He has a good smile. I love his smile. So I love, his look. I love yours. Okay. Okay. Hello. Okay. Sorry, guys. I cannot really read your comment. Because I I don't know the the. Hi, Jubilin Camacho. I don't know what's going on. I can't see your comment on my comment section, but I can see your name pop out on my, on my comment section. Okay. Hi, Belinda. Thank you for coming, Belinda. So, any question, guys? Oh my God. I think a dark Filipina is beautiful, long black hair, OMG gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, shuffle. Mexico has same issue, darker skin, which they lighter skin. When Spanish colonized and created system, light become sino, oh my God, sino, sino, what? Sinomos, sinomos, with wealthy and higher class, so was desired. Hello, Puts and Miss Manny. Okay. Yeah, so we are very, we're very colonized, but like, like I mentioned that, it's just like, for me, I don't really have, because I realized that my husband, he has a point. That's, embrace your natural beauty, your natural look. You don't have, but the only thing that I'm, take care, how to take care of my skin that still look, still look healthy. And I don't need, to go to, the surgeon, to have an, what do you call that? Rhinoplastic about nose that, and then they have to go, oh my God, here in the Philippines, they really want, some Filipina, they really want to have full lips. So they just, I saw that, there's a syringe, and then, do, oh my God, I can't stand, I can't stand about the the process that, they undergo. And then they already got some, Filipino celebrities, they do BBL. My God. Following convos is in what? Convo, it's interesting. Question, okay. Question, Lily. Do you avoid using whitening soap and lotion? Yes, I do. I do before, but but when I was teenager, puts, oh my God, all the whitening skin, lotion, um, I don't know if Miss Manny knows that, the Likas Papaya whitening soap, Miss Manny, I used that for 5 years. But never, this is this is so funny because I've been using that, they said, the papaya papaya whitening soap, the Likas. So I've been using that for 5 years, but my skin color never changed. So I stopped that, and then once I meet Frank, he just sweetheart, yeah. Before before Puts, I was so insecure about my skin color, right? But now it's just like I just put moisturizing cream on my skin because I don't want my skin become dry. So that's it. It's not whitening. It's just like moisturizing cream or moisturizing lotion because I don't want my skin become dry. So that's that's the funny thing, Puts. I admit that before, but now no. As you can see on my, on my tool, I don't have whitening soap there. I don't have whitening, a whitening lotion, but I have moisturizing cream or moisturizing lotion. Ay, nako. Yeah, you know what shop was because uh, yeah, this is this is Filipino Filipino nose. Oh my God. So I just like okay. Thank you, goodness. Thank goodness you stop. Yeah. But because here's when I was in teenager, puts and boots. It's just like Filipino mentality is just like the more that you have lighter skin, the more you're beautiful. That's the way we appreciate. The more that you have lighter skin. Miss Manny, you can tell that a lot of Filipino people when they have lighter skin, they appreciate. They say that it's tisay or mestiza or mestizo. That's the crazy thing that some Filipinos still invade about the Western color. They want to become lighter skin, or they want to become um, you know pink. That's brainwashing. Yeah. I can count uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, seis, ocho, nueve, diez, once, doce, trece, catorce, quince. Yeah, you know what, Miss Manny? I'm also fluent counting Spanish, one up to 1,000. Like so. Today is 2223. Yeah, 2023. Dos mil. Yeah, that's the thing that. So okay, so we're already discussed about the skin color, the nose. Frank, my nose. But I love the shape of the nose of Frank. He has a nice, I love his nose. So I wish that if there's a chance that Frank's, can we exchange our nose? Your nose is my nose. So I want to change my my nose on him. He has a pretty good shape of nose, but so I can't imagine. So if my nose, if Frank exchanged his nose on me, my look is not like this. So maybe my beauty changed. Okay. So because here I read that about Filipino, about because we're here in tropical, so we need more uh, air to breathe. So I think God created us, that's the purpose, because here it's very tropical country, so we need more air to breathe. So that's why majority of Filipino, we have a wider nose, okay, or flat nasal. So like in a western, so it's cold, so they don't really need to breathe more air because it's cold there. Okay, so lighter skin Filipina have higher chances to get boyfriend by locals. Yeah, because Yeah, I agree with that, Miss Manny, because a lot of Filipino men, they prefer lighter skin. Filipina. Meanwhile, Morenas have higher chances with foreigners. Miss Manny, if you could speak Spanish, I could take you in Spain hood in Chicago. Oh, habla español. Habla español. So that's when it comes. I really want to learn Spanish in Italian, because Spanish and Italian language are very close. The only German that I is Levadesh. Frank. I always say that to you is Levadesh. Okay, what else? Guys, I apologize if I cannot really read your comment, because I can't, I have to, you know, I don't know. I think YouTube changed their setting, because it was last Sunday, it's not as too small, the letters that I can see on the comment section. Very small, my goodness. Okay. I okay. At Frank, Miss Money, at Frank Tate, I personally look more native Filipina for me. What do you call native? Native Filipina is just like the katutubo, Miss Money. The Aita, or yeah, the Aita. So that's the native Filipino. But actually, the Filipino that we're mixed, because the real Filipino, you can see that we call that katutubo, or the Aita. There are the original Filipino. So us, we're mixed, because I have Spanish blood, Chinese blood, or Chinese Malayan blood. When I was, when me and Frank was in Malayan hotel, there's a Filipino from Australia that the mother told me that she think that I'm a Chinese, and then I have a big eyes. I have a big eyes. Chinese, they have a slant eyes. Okay, so we're already mentioned about the skin color, and then the nose, and then the eyes. So I already mentioned the eyes. So we majority of Filipino, we have a big eyes. So I have a big eyes also. Okay, from Miss Manny at 50 Shades, yes, totally the most important thing. Hello, Ruru Kitchen. Thank you for coming, Ruru. I do have cousin look more Spanish. Okay, 53 shades darker in the Philippines. No, no whitening. Stop. Stay normal. If you have cute nose, don't change. Look. Yeah, Michael Jackson. But you know what, guys? I love Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. He's very very talented. But the only thing that I don't like, when he started having a surgery with his nose, and uh you know um the color, the whitening. I don't know what's, but we're gonna because he's already he's no longer here in the world. But I love, like I mentioned, that when he was when he was young, I love the look of Michael Jackson. When he smiled, oh my goodness, I love the way uh he has a very very friendly smile, very natural smile. I don't know, I love that. And also, one of my things that I love, it attract me a lot, when I saw Frank, that he has a he has a good smile. When he smiled, I smiled. Okay, so that's, that's the good thing that I don't know for those Filipina that, I really attract for a man that, he has a good, especially when he smiled, I smiled. Oh my God, that's very, that's very good connection. Okay. Yeah, so no whitening, 53 shade darker in the Philippines is I'm no longer like that. Oh my goodness. So we have, we have a dark, I have a big eyes. See, round, round, big eyes. Okay, from 53 shades darker in the Philippines because the word is white is right, not is not. Oh, the word white is right. No, it's not. What what right is anyone and not one. Okay, gotcha. Yes, MG, I love him. Amazing talent. Yeah, he is. He is. I think the only thing that, I saw a lot also, I saw a lot also of, like, I don't know. This is what I asked Frank if he noticed about, the look of Lionel Richie, because I love Lionel Richie. Okay. But when I look his picture when he was, like in his 30s, in his 40s, and the present look, something changed on his face. Lionel Richie, something changed. So maybe they undergo, surgery or face Botox, or what do you call that? Okay, it's from Shuffle. Actually, Miss Lily, okay, okay. I never noticed, but you have certain facial features that reminds me a Native American. Yeah, right. That's what Frank told me. That's what Frank told me that, I'm descendant of the Native American. Yeah, I have that look. The shape of my face, I have a big face and, wider nose. That's when I, Dancing with the Wolves, that movie. I love that movie. When Kevin Costner, I love Dancing with the Wolves. So I can see my face on the Native American. Yeah, I agree because, Frank told me that also Shuffle that, I look like a native, okay. 53 shades darker in the Philippines, guys. I have two biracial grown kids, Canadian American. So it's not race things here, just saying facts. Yeah, great talking points, Lilibet and Miss Manny. So it's just like, okay, for those men on the live chat that, you're not engaged, or you're still looking for your, Filipina mate. What makes you convinced to choose Filipina instead of Western women? So any of you guys, for those single that really wants to find you a Filipina mate, so what you think, instead choosing them, why you're planning to choose or to find Filipina instead of, Western women? So what's the difference? Because, we're not, we're very curious about why Western men choose Filipina, because Well, I'm not saying all Filipina the way they think, the way they act as same as. Some Filipina they act also like Western, but majority of Filipino we are we're not really like act like Western women. Some they do, but just a little percentage of that. Okay, puts to me Lily is more real is Pocahontas. Ah, oh my God, Pocahontas. Really? No. They said that I have so many look-alike, my face. It's just like guys, when I was young, when I was my teenage years, okay, I'm cute. I'm cute, okay. That's why there's a lot of men like me, but I'm not really like on that. I was a late bloomer. They said that I'm cute. The only thing that the reason why I'm not really pay attention about that when I was in my teenage, I'm cute. It's just like I'm very shy because I have a dark skin. So I don't really pay attention about. That's why I end up having a boyfriend when I was 31. But the relationship is not really work. It's just like a few years, and then break up. And then it takes how many years? 10 years. I found Mr. Frank Tate. So it's just like but now I'm no longer like that when I was young. Okay, so I'm no longer cute. I'm a cute. Hello, Shy Star. What's up? Thank you for coming, Shy Star. Okay. Who's this? Okay. Sorry, guys. I have my vision is no longer 25, 25. 250, 250. So let me check on my other phone so that I can read some comment. So I admit it, guys, when I was teenager, I'm cute. But it's just like, I'm late bloomer because, I'm very shy because I have a dark skin. That's why I end up have a boyfriend when I was 31, my goodness. Because I feel, I feel, I feel that I'm not pretty, I'm not beautiful because of my skin color about that. Shy Star, I have a request for you. Would you like to sponsor my show for tonight? How are you? Oh, okay. So we have you Filipino men and women. We have a dark, we have big round eyes. So let me on my other phone because I can longer read this very small. My goodness. Okay, I would like to read some comment on my other phone because I really want to go to StreamYard, guys, but it's just like I realize, oh my God, because I've been doing live for, actually before I just, 1 hour or over an hour. But when I check, my goodness, it's just like how many times that I made, and then, just only a few hours left. So now it's just like an hour. My God. So it's not really, it's not really worth it, to go on live on StreamYard if I gonna stay, about um 50, 54 minutes. Hello, thank you for coming, guys. I talk a lot. Sometimes, I miss those comments. Okay, hold on. Let me check on my phone. Ay, nako. Oh, thank you, Shy Star. So, thank you. So, what do you call that, friend? Sponsored by brought what? Uh, Sponsored Shy Star. Okay, thank you for coming, Farbati, Farbati Sonkere. Thank you for coming. Guys, I apologize because you know, my husband told me that, I'm stubborn as a mule because I don't want to wear eyeglasses because you know what, guys, if I gonna wear eyeglasses and then I'm using ring light, the ring light shows on the lens of my, on my phone. Okay. Any question, guys? So what else? Because I have list. Oh, okay. So we already done about, the the eyes. So here's the next is dark dark long hair. This is what you notice, guys, especially outside Metro Manila in the countryside. A lot of Filipina, they have a long hair until on their, until on their butt. They have very nice, natural color, very healthy hair. Okay. That's, it's common here in the Philippines that, a lot, majority of Filipina, we have a long hair. That's, I think that a lot of Western men, they really want, because this is what I noticed, guys. I saw a lot of, a lot of Filipina married to Western men, and they have long hair. You know what? I have a long hair. Okay, long hair. It's not like that. Okay, but long hair. It's uh, over on my butt. Okay, and then I told to Frank, I'm tired because when I was a little girl until now, we have a I have a long hair, so I'm really tired. I want to cut my hair, and then Frank told me, how long? I told him like short, okay, and then he don't allow me because I have so many excuse. So I thought that he will listen that because you know what, Frank. when I, the big bottle, it does 1,000 ml of shampoo. Okay, it's just like over, over a month. Okay, I use that, and then I told him, oh my God, Frank, it costs a lot of shampoo. And then it's okay. It's okay. He doesn't want me to have, to cut my hair short, because I really want to cut my hair short. I don't know. And then I don't understand what's wrong, what's wrong with you. I don't really appreciate that, because, for me, Frank doesn't know. I have a hard time, especially if I go outside. Okay. If we go outside, I have to spend like 15 minutes just to comb my hair, to fix my hair. Unlike, this is my explanation to him. If I have a short hair, no, all I have to do, I don't need to comb my hair, just only my finger, but he doesn't like that. But me, I want to cut my hair. Since that, I'm very, what do you call that, obedience wife. So I just let him, okay, so don't complain about the shampoo, because it's easy for me, to consume, the big bottle of shampoo. But guys, here's the funny things when it comes to my hair. He's the one who always remind me, go to the, hair salon, do your treatment. I just, come on. I don't want, because I don't like, I don't really like somebody touch my hair, comb my hair. I don't like, because I don't know. It's just like I have a very sensitive, skin on my scalp. My scalp. I don't like somebody will hold my hair or comb. I'm not really comfortable that. He's the one. Oh, how many months? I told him. It's the last time that I have. My hair treatment is just like 1 year. So and then a while ago, he mentioned that go to the, and then I told him, it's okay, I just gonna buy, I just buy coconut, fresh coconut milk. I'm gonna the one who make, my hot oil. And then, I think he just, sometimes he just don't want to hear me, because I always told him, oh my God, Frank, I gonna pay 4,000 pesos, to have a hair treatment. That's too much, that's expensive. He doesn't want me to say that to him. So me, I don't, because that's, I don't want to spend that amount of money just for only my hair. What's wrong with my hair? He really feels that, my hair is special, but for me, it's just like normal hair for me. Come on. I don't want to spend that 4K, 4,000 pesos, just, ay, nako. Until now, it's over, over a year. I'm still not going to, to the hair salon, to have my, my hot oil or whatever he called that. No, because it's very expensive. He always said, sometimes, he's just like, he always told me, I'm stubborn, like a mule. But I have a sense that, I don't want that, because that's too much. But wait, I'm gonna look for, but lesser than, but same quality of service. So I have to inquire some other, beauty salon. So I told him that, okay, before we go to the States, I'm gonna have that, but as of now, I'm not yet ready. Oh my goodness, my husband. Okay, any question, guys? So for those men, whether you're single, married, or, looking for a mate, would you like, a girl? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she is Asian or Western. Would you rather, to have natural hair? Would you like that? Okay, from 53 shades darker in the Philippines, black, long, silky hair, No brown or blonde. It's natural Filipina, long in black, looks natural and beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really want, to have a, hair color. I'm not yet done, Pretty soon, baby, because I have some, I have some, a few gray hair. But as of now, I'm good because it's not really noticeable. I think, guys, I think the reason why it helps, because, I'm in my 40s, okay? I'm in my 40s. So it really helped also because since that, since when I was a kid, my mother loves to use coconut milk. So the coconut milk or the coconut virgin oil, it really adds, to make your hair, it's the gray hair, it's stopped to instead of grow, it makes your hair fast to make gray. It will it will prevent what do you call that, sorry guys, I'm not really good in English speaking. Okay, so the what do you call that, the speed the speed. So if you're gonna use coconut, fresh coconut milk or coconut virgin oil, uh, the to have a gray, it's really lessen the movement. It's so hard to explain, guys. I hope that you understand. So if you're gonna prevent, there's a prevention that it's not easy for you to get easy to get gray hair if you're gonna use um, coconut fresh milk or coconut virgin oil. So I think that helps for me because I always use that. So as you can notice, guys, my hair is still dark. So that's my secret. So I'm not really used of hair chemical. I use natural, like I use argan oil. So I have to use two types of oil on my hair. So before I take a shower, so this is this is the thing, guys, that for those men, this is not only for women. Okay, if you have coconut virgin oil, so you have to apply that on your hair before leave it stay that on your hair for 30 minutes before you take a shower. So it really helps to prevent to have easy to have a gray hair. It will takes years to have a gray hair, but it's just like you can see that other people that when they were 40s 50s, half of their hair is gray. So the coconut, there's a nutrient that it helps to prevent um, gray, make your hair gray. It so that's my explanation, guys. Okay, thank you for coming, Lee Zong Zon. Are you Korean, Lee Zong Zon? 안녕하세요. So that's guys, for those men that you have also long hair, coconut virgin oil is very good in your hair. Okay, so that's my how I take care of my hair. So I use that. So for I don't really use hair conditioner. Okay, the commercial hair conditioner. So instead using of hair conditioner, I use argan oil, to make my hair moisture, because the trends of your hair, if it's too much chemical, it starts to brittle, starts to dry. So your hair is it's not really look shiny or healthy. So that's the way I take care of my hair. It's very natural, guys. So all you have to do, be patient to apply that every time you took a shower. So I don't know for those Western men and women, but here in the Philippines, we always clean our hair. We always clean our hair. So I think that's also the reason why we'll always, you can notice, guys, that we always have a healthy hair because we always clean our hair and then put something natural that makes your hair moisture, because not only you have to you have to moisture your skin, also you have to moisture your hair as well. So I don't have I don't really have a I have a wavy hair. Okay, so that's that's the thing that I want to share also, that if for men, that if you have if you have patient to apply that on your hair, it will helps it will helps your hair less gray. Yeah, because he always when I apply that he said that smell like cookies. Actually, I find nice salt and pepper gray mixed to very attractive healthy hair is good. Don't fear the gray. Yeah, for me, it's just like the prevention, is not easy. It's not easy, to have a gray hair. But I have a gray hair, but it's not really as as too many on my my head. Yeah. Frank, Frank loves that, because I made my own virgin coconut oil. So that's the only thing that I really want, because I want things that apply on my hair is natural. So less chemical, less damage your hair. Okay. So okay. And then let's go to when it comes to lips. Okay. So a lot of Filipino, we have we don't really have we have, see my lips. I have a full lips. It's not, it's not thin, it's not full lips. I- Is my lips, Frank, is full? Feel full, full lips. Ay, nako. Oh. Yeah, he said that, he loved my lips. Frank told me he loves my lips. For me, it's just like, really? Okay. Can you see, guys, my lips? What's special on my lips? Ay, nako, Frank. Frank, I don't have money, Frank. You have money. So I think this is the thing that I can tell that Filipino, we all we're Black American, we're something in common when it comes to our a type of lips, because a lot of Filipino, we have a full lips. So yeah, I have a full lips. They are very sexy. Giatay. Ay, giatay ka gyud. Ay, nako, ang asawa ko talaga. Okay. Canadian breed and Filipino honey. Hey, 53. Always awesome. You know what? 53 shade darkers. I love watching your video, especially you try something new, and I love that. So, what things I'm gonna, you already try balut, the buko. What else? I will, maybe you can try some sea urchin. They said that it's good, but I never try sea urchin. I would love to try that because like especially when I interview the true girls, they said that the taste is melting in your mouth. It's creamy. It's like it's very creamy, and then you can taste the salty taste of the sea. Okay. If you bring those lips closer, this will be lips on the screen. Well, I just, okay, that's my lips. Lips. That's my lips. Okay. Mm. Frank. It makes me, it reminds me. I asked Frank, okay, if it's, okay, I asked him, Frank, what do you want for lunch? And then he said, food. But when he said, food, but guys, I'm not really. He said, food. And then I told him, can I have a video on that so that I can share? He said, no. Okay. Sea urchin looks different than I expected. I wanted to try, but now have to get encouraged up again. Why? Why Shuffle? Manny, you know it? Have you tried a sea urchin, Miss Manny? They said it tastes good. Oh, yeah. Try the sea urchin. 50 shades darker in the Philippines. I don't know if you did you try the kinilaw fish kinilaw 53 shades darker. Actually, the fish kinilaw there's in the carinderia, the small carinderia. They always you have to buy that early in the morning because that's they make that in the morning. So it's just like Filipino sashimi. So I love kinilaw. I love kinilaw, but sometimes I do kinilaw, but Frank doesn't want to eat raw fish. But I told him no, it's already cooked with the vinegar, so it's not really raw fish because you have to marinate that with vinegar before before you squeeze that and add some spice like garlic. I like ginger, limoncito or calamansi, salt, pepper, and then onion. So I love the kinilaw. So you can try Filipino kinilaw, or in Japanese that's sashimi. That's local. We call that kinilaw, fish kinilaw, and then sea urchin. Okay. You like kinilaw, Miss Manny? Bulinaw. I love kinilaw of bulinaw. Oh, it's so good. A little spice, hot and spicy. Oh, OMG, I got overthinking when you asked me about sea urchin, Ate Lily. But the real the real sea urchin so yummy for me. Oh yeah. So I really want, if I'm gonna go to Cebu City, I really want to try sea urchin because I can't find sea urchin here in the, in the farmers market. I saw the urchins filling a water bottle. I need to see in person. Yeah, because it's that's a spiky thing. My problem is I don't like vinegar taste. Oh, so you can, well, the vinegar, the fish, they have to marinate it by vinegar, but you have to squeeze that. Instead of vinegar, you can use lemon juice or, we call that calamansi or lime. I don't like those in bottle shuffle. Hygienic base get in fresh from the she the 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 shell. Yeah, I really want to try that. I really want to try that, Miss Money. The sea urchin, because they said it's look good. I love that. Are you guys in San Carlos? Who's you're talking about? Calamansi, I love. Yeah, instead, are you willing? Okay, I have a question for you, Shuffles. If you're willing to try fish sashimi, or we call that fish kinilaw, so you don't like the taste of vinegar, so instead of vinegar, you can use calamansi. It's really good. You know what, Miss Money? I love that. It reminds me of my father because he loves fish kinilaw, and then there's cold rice. Oh my God, I love that. I miss that. Chapel Money. I watched someone collect and bottle. They make living on urchin was interesting. Oh, I'm here in Parañaque City, in Metro Manila, 50 shades darker in the Philippines. San Carlos City, that's in Negros Occidental. That's the place of Sunshine Shoulders, Calvin Roach. You know what, Miss Manny? I'm so excited. So I'm gonna plan for that. We never know. Someday, I'm gonna go to Cebu City, and we're gonna do mukbang about sea urchin, and then we're gonna make kinilaw. I want, I really want, I want to plan for that because I'm excited also to try kinilaw, sea urchin, because I never taste that. If ever that we have sea urchin, I don't like, the sea urchins that they buy under the frozen, I don't like that. I want fresh from the sea. All you have to do just, just open it and, just remove things like that, because that's how they clean the sea urchin, and then just wash it in the sea water. Okay, I know somewhat that area, Makati area. Yeah, we're near to Makati. Just if it's not traffic, 52 shade darker in the Philippines, just about 15 minutes. If it's not traffic, it's very near. So, are you planning to go here in Metro Manila? Just let us know. good to know. Oyster are good from the shell too. Oh, Shuffle, come on. Don't talk about oyster because one of my favorite, when I was a kid until now, that's my favorite, especially if it's, steam. I don't eat, raw oyster because it's not really safe. But I love steamed oyster with Tabasco. So it doesn't matter for me if green or red Tabasco, and then squeeze a bit of lemon or calamansi, and then okay, if there's no Tabasco, I preferred the spicy vinegar, and then there's a lot of chop of garlic and onion. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. If there's a steak, okay, steak, grilled steak, and steamed oyster, I'm gonna go for steamed oyster. I love oyster. The iron taste, the calcium taste. Oh my God. But Frank doesn't like, oyster. But me, I love oyster. Oh. That's I really, you know what, guys, it reminds me of my father. It makes me feel, I'm a bit, I miss my father. Actually, my father died um 12 years ago, and this is the thing that I love when it comes to my father, because he let us taste food that that we enjoy. So it reminds about him that he loves also oysters. So that's we eat together, the whole family. So, and when my mother's alive that time, he always, he just tell my big sister, oh, come over here in the weekend because I'm gonna buy, a sack of oysters. So my siblings and my niece and my nephews were eat together, with the same oyster. So I miss that bonding with my families, and especially my father. And this is the thing that I really miss about my father, because so well, sometimes when it comes to men, they have also decision that no one can uh, disobey, or so he's a alpha. So but I love this about my father, because he likes us, especially that the food we love. He don't really eat that first, so he let us eat first, and then once we feel good, and then if there's a leftover, okay, he can eat. But if there's no leftover, he's still okay, because he loves to see us that we enjoy the food. That's the thing that I really miss about my father. Unlike other father that they just eat first before their children, but my father, he let us eat first before they eat. So I imagine that, especially guys, that we're all 9 girls. You know, there's a certain age. There's a certain age that you're really into the eating type. You're very your appetite um was so strong. What do you call that? Strong. But that time when I was when I was teenager, I don't really into the eating habit. So I really into the sleeping. So I miss that to my father, that he always buy food and let us eat first before him. So that's the thing that I really miss about my father. So when it comes, the kinilaw and then the oyster, that's one of his favorite, because that's the only problem, because my father, he's a chain smoker. but he's very careful about the food. He's not really into the the greasy food, fry. He really love the natural way of cooking, steam, grilled, or he really want to eat food that no chemical. Imagine, guys, when I was a kid, we're not allowed to eat corned beef. We're not allowed to eat, because we are not allowed to eat, spam or meatloaf in can. Imagine, guys, I'm a country girl. So I don't know how to open, especially if my father, he has a friend from, the friend of his, the children of his friend work abroad. So sometimes if they come home, they just bring us, a can of, they gave us, the pasalubong, that a can of, imported the corned beef, or imported, the meatloaf. You remember, guys, that some of the can before, way back 1980s or 1970s, there's a key that you have to put it, and then you have to roll it. Unlike now that it's easy to open, all you have to do just lift and then open. But that time, so you have to stick the key, and then you roll it. Oh my God, guys, that we're not really allowed to eat. We're not allowed to eat noodles. It's just like we're not allowed to drink coffee. My father is very health conscious. The only problem is it's just like he has emphysema, so the smoke. But when it comes to eating habit, he's very careful about that. So we realized that I tell to my little sister, if my father is not really a chain smoker, until now he's still alive, because he's very disciplinarian. He's very when it comes to eating food. So yeah, but the food, especially especially in the countryside, it reminds me that my mother, she has a garden, organic garden. So we don't buy vegetable, we just buy vegetable in the market if we don't have that in our backyard. But most of the time we have organic vegetables, so we eat fresh, no chemical. And it reminds me, guys, that first time, when I was graduated high school, and then when my classmates, so we take a exam before you proceed to college. Okay, so there's NCEE, National College Entrance Test. So I went to the city, because excuse me. So if you're gonna take exam, you have to go to the city. So we're not really often, to go to the city, because it's quite far. And like I said, that we're not really exposed eating noodles. And then my classmate, she's open, to eat noodles like pancit canton or what. And then she ordered, and I don't know how to eat that. And then the corned beef, or the meatloaf, were the key. And then my father told us how to open. And then it's a big, we have a problem about that, guys. How to open that. We don't know how to open, because we're not really exposed to to eat that. It's just like when I work in Manila, everything changed. If you work and you're tired, it's easy for you to buy instant noodles, instant coffee. So everything changed when you moved to the city. Yeah, yeah, lobster, Frank. If we're gonna do vacations, Frank, in my city, the lobster there is not really is expensive here in Metro Manila. So we call that in my dialect banagan. The lobster, that's in my dialect banagan. Oh yeah, Frank, I don't know. Frank, he loves shrimp, big shrimp. But me, I'm not really into the shrimp. So what I did, puts and boots. So when I cook, when I cook shrimp, I always get, the large size of, prawn. So I just fry that, but Western style. So I don't use flour or breadcrumbs. So I use cornmeal for the, fried shrimp, because that's what Frank liked. So I don't use, flour. So I use cornmeal. So he doesn't like, the head. But I'm not really into the shrimp. So most of the shrimp that I cook, I just taste it, but most of, he ate that. So the body is for him, the head for me. Because you know what? I love the head of, the shrimp. It's all the fat, it's there. So for me, it's very tasty. So what I did is I just cooked that, with, uh, butter, and, a lots of garlic and pepper. Oh my God, it's so good. Even though if it's head, but you can still have a little meat, but, all the fats, it's in the head. So I love that. But he doesn't like, the shrimp head. Even though in the fish, but I'm the one, I love, eating, especially when it comes to salmon. I don't like salmon head. Me, I love salmon head. Ay, nako. Wow, Shuffle, now you have the thinking about some g- gumbo. Frank, I'm in Texas. We're in the capital cruel, but we haven't influence. Yes, processed meat, not good. Spam, corned beef, and corn stuff. The potted meat with crackers, yum. Wow, we threw the shrimp head away over. Oh my God, Puts, you really love, because, I love to eat that, garlic, butter, and then pepper, and then, I just use, the chili paste. If you want a little kick of hot and spicy, just use, I use the gochujang, the Korean chili paste. Oh my goodness. And then the sauce. I love that, to pour on my steam rice and then, squeeze, and then I eat by my hands. And then Frank is just like staring at me. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind the body of the shrimp. I enjoy the head of shrimp. It's really tasty. I love that. I know that, a lot of Western people, they don't really like when it comes to, fish head, the shrimp head. I enjoy that. Because you know what, guys, there's a lot of fats, there's a lot of flavor from the shrimp head, especially if they're big. Oh, I don't really mind, I don't want, the body of shrimp. I want a head. Frank, do you ever grill? Oh, yeah, we always grill. Boots, my mom loved the head. In Chicago, I do shuffle. I do grill shrimp and butter, pepper, garlic, and a little lemon. Oh, that's really good. Love Frank. Frank love that type of cook when it comes to, shrimp. But instead of grill, I bake that shuffle. But I'm I'm the I like I like the shrimp head. Okay, so that's very it's tasty. Oh my God. And but Frank, he's not really, his tolerance for hot and spicy is not, because I love also, I love also shrimp gambas. I love the shrimp gambas. Or men here too weak with shrimp. Yeah, you know what? 53 shade darker, Frank also loves, like I said, that, when I use, the butter is just like made of cornmeal. He loves that, where southern style. He loves that. So I don't use flour or any breadcrumbs. So he loves, southern style. I love to go out in the back of the building on the beach in the summer and set up my grill. So we're gonna do that, Frank. We're gonna do that pretty soon. And get ready for, for my Jack Daniel Coke. Because I don't want to messing around your Heineken. Jack Daniel, I want Jack Daniel in Coke. Jack Daniel Coke, yeah. The crowfish is just like, it's I never try, the crowfish. 53 shades darker in the Philippines. Yeah, pretty soon. You know what? I'm so excited also. So any question, guys? So Miss Manny, uh, in Lapu-Lapu City, there's an area that, people can able to do picnic, while they, while they picnic, they can able to do grill meat or seafoods, because, here in Metro Manila, there's, in Tagaytay City, there's near in Taal volcano. So there's a picnic group. They call it picnic group, that you can able, to all you have to do, just bring your, just bring meat, and you can, there's a nipa hutch, okay, and then you can able, to grill things that like fish, or, seafoods, or, meat. And then you can see the, the beauty of Mount Taal, that's in Tagaytay City. But I don't know if it's still open, because, there's something, because, the Mount Taal, releasing the smog. So I don't know what's going on Taal volcano. So any question, guys? So how can you, how why, why Western, why Western men love, love Filipina beauty and personality? Okay, so I already, I already done with the, with the, beauty. How about, guys, the personality of Filipina? So for those, for those on my live chat, so what is your, what is your, first experience about, the personality of Filipina, that you cannot really sin, or that you cannot really encountered for those Western women? So what kind of personality is that, is rare, that Western women can't have that? So okay, so I'm gonna ask first, of course, my one and only, my king, King Tay. I want to know your your, your comment about that. What type of personality of Filipina that you cannot, that you can't find, or that you can't see on a Western woman? Because I know, Frank, I know, and you're honest to me, that, before you met me, you've been through a lot of Western women. You told me that you treated them the way you treated me, but you can't really see any one of those that you deal with. They don't have personality that I have. So I really want to know, guys. There is a private resort. Is that near in Lapu-Lapu City, Miss Manny? I really wanted. Oh my! You know what, Miss Manny? I really want to try the sea urchin. I gonna plan that. Oh yeah, Frank. Frank, like I told you that, we're gonna do that, do a barbecue at the back of the building, in front of the beach. Because I want to bring in, I want to bring my phone. I'm gonna do karaoke there, and I'm gonna, this is the funny thing, guys, that, once I eat a lot, especially, I love the food, and then I drink beer, it's easy for me to, oh, I really love it. You know what, Miss Money? You write about, the Tanduay ice. Oh my God. When I drink the Tanduay ice, it brings me, it's just like sleeping pills. I have to tell to Frank, I cannot stay longer talking with you because my eyes is getting heavier and getting close. So it's just like a sleeping pills to me. It's good. I love also that. But you know what? I don't really want, to use my body to take a lot of alcohol. I don't want to become an alcoholic. Okay, so let me read this from Poots and Boots. Personality Filipina really make me feel proud to be a man. I can be how I naturally am as a man and not get penalized for it. Yeah. Okay. You feel good about that, yeah. I'm so happy that, I'm so happy that you feel that way. Puts and boots, that's a good sign. Okay, I thought it's low, but because it's suddenly my connection was cut off. Okay, so let me read this. For 52 shade darker in the Philippines, the personality that allow us men to be men. Simply simply put, we rather not deal with the attitude and the drama. I understand that. You guys let us lead and let us feel like you're king. What with that? We gave you the world. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like we're not saying, okay guys, I'm gonna post that and I'm gonna comment that before I forgot about my comment. As a Filipina, I'm not saying that all Filipino men are good. Some Filipino men, they're okay. So they're also, read the read between the lines, okay? Okay? Read Frank, read the three read between the line. Okay? They're also like that. But we're still giving them, a dignity. We still respect them. We do, it's given that, we're mad, we voice out. After we voice, yeah, okay. We voice out our feelings, that's over. So we're not doing that again and again. That's the thing about, Filipina. We still respect. Respect is very important to us. Okay, so that's, that's nice. That's nice to hear that. Oh, I'm so, I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be a Filipina because, we still, I really appreciate that because, you guys, Boots and Boots, 52 Shades Darker, I love the way that, the way you comment about, the personality of Filipina because I watch also, I watch also, the passport, passport bro channel, and I can see, and I can see those, those women, how they treated, particularly uh, Black American. Okay, so it reminds me one of the blogger that I I took a Get Your Lions journey, and he shared that there's a black woman really wants to fight on him, really, instead dealing with this woman that shown attitude on him, it's just go on his car. Instead, it makes me lol about what he said. Instead, step on the brake, he just step on the gas. So you can imagine, he really doesn't want to deal with that woman. So it makes me, it makes me laugh when he mentioned that instead step on the brake, he step on the gas. Because the woman wants to beat his, his ass. Oh. That's, it makes me all LOL when he shared that, on my show. Okay, four, shuffle. What concerned me is, do I want them raising my children and trust them to stick in out through good times and bad times? Most things are negotiable, but children and their family is my focus. Yeah. Yeah, Tandwai, Tandwai eyes, Miss Money. So it's really, it's just like a sleeping pills. It's just like a few minutes, I feel very, my eyes is very heavy that I cannot control. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna sleep. Maybe they put something there. Because, I drink Heineken, I drink, Jack Daniel, but I don't feel that same was when I drink Tanduay Ice, Miss Money. Self-respect, yeah, right, right, Poots. So happy for you, MM. Charut. Oh, why charut? Sana all. Boots and boots, sana all. Sana all. I have never had to put on boxing gloves and box a Filipina. Oh my God. You know what? This is the thing that, my father told to my brother-in-law. Don't put your hands on my, on my daughters. If you don't like my daughter, just bring it home. Don't put your hands on my daughter. Because no matter what, no matter how big, no matter big how, my daughter is, what do you call that? Your, your power is not, the power of a woman is not powerful than your power. Well, what do you call that? Lakas, power. So that's my father. Don't put your hands on my, my daughter. If you don't like my daughter, just send it back to my, just send it back home. Maybe they just trying to be some car, cardio workout, ate. Frank, I never had Filipina calling me bro while pumping out her chest for fight. Ay, naku. Okay, 53 shades darker in the Philippines. I can use one of them. Blue drinks. You were having a look good. Ay, nako. So any question, guys? So we are already, thank you. I really appreciate, guys. So I have a very good discussion for tonight about, why Filipina beauty and personality are very in demand for Western men. So, guys, I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, because this is the thing that you valued us. You value our beauty. We You valued our personality. So we really, we really, I appreciate that. That's why this is what I told to Frank. No matter what, I always there for you. So, just trust me and I trust you. Treat me well and I will treat you double on that. So it's just like, give and take. So, it makes me feel that, when I saw, when I see other, other like particular Western women, I don't need to, to bow my head. And then, when I hear that from Western men, that's saying that, you're very, you're very proud, the personality and the beauty of Filipina, because this is what I notice, because a lot of Western women, particularly black women, because this is what happened about, the passport bros movement. And then, a lot of brothers came here in Asia, not only in the Philippines, Colombia, Vietnam, and part of Southeast Asia. And they find a good mate. And then they have shown attitude to us. They just mocking us that, uh, brothers go to uh, DR, Colombia, Philippines, Thailand. They cannot speak English and they're not educated. So that's all that accusation is baseless. So I'm just be happy that I hear that from you guys, that they're not, they're wrong about how they look, how they how they comment about Asian, particularly Filipina. So I'm very happy that this discussion is just like another another um, another open eyes for those for those brothers, that you still have you still have time to get your passport, not only for brothers and also for expats, that you still have time to get your passport and go to the Philippines and find a good mate, and you will have a peacefully life. But it's just given in the relationship, not all the time that you're always happy. But sometimes there's no fight, there's no nagging mouth. But like Frank told me that inconvenience, but there's no argument. There's an inconvenience, but there's no argument about that. So, and the next time that I gonna make a subject, how how to give advice, tips, for those Western men, first timer coming here, or even even the second time, third time. But this is for for first timer comer here, because there's a lot, there's a lot of Western men. They they encounter things that, especially when they looking for Airbnb. Okay, so they don't really you have, guys, you have to look the things that you want. So especially here, because you're gonna stay here, so make it sure that you're gonna look for the place before you book, that you're this is the place that you're gonna pick to stay for, for how many, for how many days that you're gonna stay. So you have to be, you have to be aware that, because not all landlord or slumlord are, are honest, and they have concern, even though that's my people. So I just want, I just want this to discuss on my next live show, guys. So I really appreciate for those, for those wants to comes here. I can't, I can't do this without your support, guys. So thank you so much. So, and also I, thank you to Shy Star for sponsored my show for tonight. I really appreciate that. So the next discussion guide is, tips for, first timer Western men and women first time here, when it comes to look for the place, or Airbnb, or how to deal with, how to deal people ride on the taxi, because there's so many discussion that I gonna share with you guys, so that you won't, it won't happen to you guys. So if something that you can encounter things like that, you have some option, to go for that. So okay, guys, so thank you so much. So I can, I can say one by one who's coming on my show, but from deep in my heart, thank you so much, guys, and have a good day and have a good night to everyone here in the Philippines. Thank you for joining with me. Have a good night and have a good day. Babuhay. Bye.